guys, Aisling here from Ash Cooks Low Carb. This week we are cooking from the luxury of South Kensington. I'm going to be making you guys a shepherd's pie with a twist. Sure, you'll figure out what the twist is as soon as you get a look at the ingredients. The reason I picked it is, again, it's one of those recipes that you can have Monday through to Friday, and it's also really tasty. So we're going to get started. The first thing you want to do is get your oven preheated to 200 degrees. So the first thing we're going to do is, as you can see here, I have a pot of boiling water on the go, and that is for all of the cauliflower here. You notice I've put 2 cloves in with the cauliflower because that infuses the flavour in while it's boiling. I've also added salt and pepper to the pot just for seasoning. So while that's boiling, we can get started on the main part of the dish. So we have our pan here on a medium heat, and we're just going to add in the onions and the garlic. They're just going to saute in a little bit of butter for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. So as you can see, the onions have got nice and translucent. So we're going to add the rest of the vegetables. So the mushrooms, the celery and the peas. Once they've cooked for a few minutes, we'll then add the mince and the herbs. In goes all the celery and your frozen peas. While that's cooking, you can see that I have strained the cauliflower and we're going to mash it now. What I'm going to do is add some salt, pepper and a little bit of butter just for the taste, and I'm going to show you what it looks like in a few minutes. Once you've cooked those few ingredients, we're going to add the lamb mince. Now I've just thrown the herbs over the top so that the flavour can be infused while it was waiting to be cooked. Just going to pop that in there. While this is cooking, also get ready to boil your kettle because you're going to make some beef stock or veggie stock, it's up to you, to put over this mixture. As you can see here, this is our cauliflower all mashed down. So what looked like a huge amount of cauliflower isn't really that much cauliflower mash. Most recipes say to use a food processor, but I think just with a little bit of elbow grease and some butter, you can get it to this consistency, which I think is fine. I quite like finding slightly larger bits of cauliflower on the top of the dish. Kind of adds a different texture to it. We have our stock on the go here while we're waiting for the rest of the lamb to cook. So once we get all that together, I will show you how to plate it up. So the first thing we're going to add is 2 teaspoons of tomato puree. So the first thing we're going to add is 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. So the first thing we're going to add is 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. We're then going to add our stock, and we're going to let that reduce before we put it in the tray. Give everything a quick stir. To get the cauliflower to this consistency, I've added about 50 grams of butter, and it does take a lot of hard work with the mashing. So now all we're going to do is ladle this mixture into the serving dish and then top it with the cauliflower mash. And here we have the finished product. Don't worry if it's a little bit uneven. Those bits around the edges will crisp up real nicely in the oven. It's going to take about 25 to 30 minutes to cook until it's golden brown on the top and it's bubbling around the edges. So we will come back to it once it's all done and you can get a look at the actual finished product. There you have it, fresh out of the oven, shepherd's pie with a twist. I would serve it with broccoli or green beans. Also a glass of red wine would go down a treat. The recipe and the ingredients are below. So I hope you all enjoy and stay tuned because I will be adding more videos next week. And there you have it, that's the shepherd's pie with a twist. For more recipes, follow me on Twitter, like my Facebook page and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Only 6 days to cheat day!